girl Jasmine, aka Jazzy J, and I'm back with another video. Welcome back. So today, y'all, is gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be doing this video, as y'all can see by the title, on my birth control experience. Now, some of you may know that I just had a daughter. She's gonna be 7 months old in 7 days. So after that, I actually did get on birth control. Before I had my daughter, I was never on birth control. My mom didn't really like birth control because of the side effects, she said. I'm just gonna be letting you in on my birth control experience and how I've been dealing with that and everything, because I see a lot of things, a lot of videos of girls doing informational videos on their birth control and what it's done to them and whatnot. Before we get into this video, don't forget to smash the like button, comment down below, and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video, because you don't want to miss this. Let's get into it. So first, I need to let y'all know what birth control I actually take. So I take the birth control pill. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ayurveda, I guess, something like that. But these are my pills. I take a pill every single day. This is what the pill pack looks like. I'll explain it more to you guys a little later when I get into like how to actually take the pills and everything. So like I said, I've been on birth control since after my daughter was born. It's actually been about 5.5 months now. I got on birth control after my 6-week appointment. When you go to your 6-month appointment, or when you go to the gynecologist or anything, you just kind of discuss with them the options. They're going to tell you about, you know, the IUD, the Nexplanon implant, the patch, the pill, the Depo shot. I know, you know, they go over the pros and the cons of each one and how long each one kind of lasts and all that. So I chose the pill because I am scared to get anything implanted into me. My mom had the IUD. She gave me some negative feedback on the IUD after she had my brother, I think it was. So she didn't get that anymore after she had the rest of us. So I just went ahead and went with the pill to see if that was something that I would be able to do. I'm actually very forgetful, so I'm thinking, okay, I just have to remember 6 because they explain it to you when you get on it, but you just take one pill every single day around the same time. I always take my pills at nighttime. My time is 10:30 that I take my pills, 10:30 p.m. They told me it's best to take the pill kind of towards the evening time because they want you to take it on kind of a full stomach so that you don't get nauseous or any of that. Into the pill pack. So in this pill pack, I know y'all can't really see it too much. So the top 3 rows of the pill pack are all white pills, and those are the active pills. And then the last row of the pill pack are brown pills, and those are the non-active pills. Those pills are the ones that you're taking when you're on your period. So I'm currently on my period right now, and I have one last pill, which means today will be the last day of my period. They kind of tell you about this when you're in the doctor's office. Well, at least I had a good nurse practitioner who I met with to help me through all this. So she kind of inform me on everything. So I'm sure if you have questions or anything, you can definitely go to them and ask them, or you can comment down below and I can go ahead and answer any questions that you have for you. Let's get into my experience with these 5.5 months on this pill. Overall, I can say my experience has been really great. Like, honestly, there's some complaints, but it's really great. Like, my periods are so much lighter. I went down a whole pad size, y'all. Like, when I tell you, I was a heavy bleeder before I had my daughter. Now that I'm on birth control, it's not nearly like that. Like literally, I'm telling y'all, like, you have no idea. My periods used to be so terrible. I used to cry every single day. Like, I used to cry and lay on the floor and shake because my cramps were so bad. My back hurt so bad. I was bleeding so heavy. I wore like 2 overnight pads during the day, and then at nighttime I had to wear 4 overnight pads. So it was terrible for me. Now it's so much better. Like, y'all just don't understand. Like, I'll take the cons for the pros that this gives, like, literally. And I didn't want, the doctor explains to you that there's certain birth controls that take people's periods away. I didn't want my period to go away completely because I feel like that's just a natural cycle that you have to go through every month, and I don't want mine to go away. So I would never want that. But by all means, if you do, then I would say go on a different birth control, because you're definitely still going to have your period when you take the pill. So now that I'm on the pill, I have very light bleeding and very minimal cramping. Like, literally, I don't even take medicine for these cramps on my periods anymore. They do tell you that you have to take the pills every single day for them to be effective, and that is true. That's very true. I've missed a pill maybe once or twice. If you miss just one pill, then the next day you'll just take 2 pills. So you take one as soon as you remember, and then you take one at your regular time. You know, that seemed to work fine for me. I'm not pregnant, none of that. So now I will say about missing pills. So there was one time that I was in between a prescription. So I was in between a refill, and Walgreens is so slow right now. Therefore, like, my pills were not refilled. So I was going about 4 or 5 days without taking a pill, and then I actually started bleeding. I started bleeding. I didn't know when it was going to stop. It was still light and minimal bleeding. I wasn't cramping or anything. When you miss that many, you take 2 one day and 2 the next day, and then do your regular cycle. And once I did that, then the bleeding stopped and I went back to normal. But I would just say, do not miss more than 1 pill. Do not miss more than 1 pill, because I don't like personally how that just kind of messed me up. I was at work, and then all of a sudden I was just bleeding and I didn't know. And being on birth control, you're just so used to the regular cycle now, so I wouldn't even mess with it. My cons would be that I have way more mood swings now than I did before. Like, literally with this birth control, once I get around my period, I notice that I'm so much more moody than I was back when I wasn't on birth control. And some people might be like, how can you tell? How can you tell? But I can tell, because not only do I see it in myself, but people tell me. Like, I'll cry at an instant, or I'll just be irritated, or I'll be yelling or something. It just makes me more moody. This is my personal experience, so I would say that's how it affects me. And then I will also say, I don't know if this is linked to the birth control, but I get more headaches now taking birth control. I used to never get headaches. Headaches used to be like a once in a while thing for me, and headaches kind of happen to me every week, every 2-3 days now. So I'm not really sure, you know, how that correlates, but I noticed that it didn't start happening until I was on the birth control. My last pro is that I have way more energy on my period. Like, y'all, I'm on my period right now, and you wouldn't even know if I didn't tell you. It's like, I don't know, I just feel so refreshed and everything's still. And I used to never feel like that. I used to feel like I just wanted to lay in my bed all day, eat ice cream and cookies, and just you know. But now when I'm on my period, I feel so good. Like, I just feel like it's just any regular day, you know, take care of my business, everything. So birth control is not for everybody, and I would never try to push that on anybody. But if you think that, you know, you would like these things, then I would say birth control might be for you. You have to really ask yourself why you want to be on birth control, because for some people, the good doesn't outweigh the bad, but for me, it does. Why I am on birth control is, of course, to prevent pregnancy. You know, I have a 6-month-old daughter. I'm not trying to have no more kids right now. I'm 22 years old, trying to get my life together, trying to keep my life together, you know? And then number 2 is because of my periods. I wanted to be on birth control back when I was 16, before I was even doing anything. 16, 15, 14, I wanted to be on. I started my period when I was 14. I started having my first cramps when I was 15, and then after that, it was a living hell for me. I hated it. It was terrible. All the women in my family bled heavy, so that was kind of a normal thing, but also, like, these cramps were out of this world, and nobody really understood. Heating pads didn't work. Ibuprofen didn't work. It was just terrible for me. And then also, my periods were super long when I wasn't on birth control. I would bleed for like 8 days straight, y'all. Like 8-9 days. And I would just be like,
why is this happening to me? This is not normal.
When I finally got pregnant, went to a gynecologist and stuff, I was like, okay, after this, I'm going to stay going to a gynecologist so that I can know what's going on with my body. I would say to each his own, you know, it's everybody's own choice. I just wanted to share my experience with you. I haven't had anything crazy happen to me. No bleeding for a month straight. No, you know, crazy cramps or anything like that. I wouldn't choose to do any of the other birth controls. I don't know too much about them. I only know about the pill because that's the one that I've been doing. If you guys have any questions or you have anything that you want to inform me on about, you know, your birth control or anything like that, just go ahead and comment down below, or you can DM me on Instagram if you don't feel comfortable putting it in the comment section. You can DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram right here. I'll get back to you. I promise I'll get back to you. All right, you guys, so that is all for this video. If you have any questions, like I said, go ahead and drop them down below or DM me on Instagram. And don't forget to smash the like button, comment down below, and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video, because you don't want to miss this. And I'll see you guys in the next video.